Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Monster Train. Like usual, it's been a while since I last played. What was our last run? Damage Primordium, Deranged Brute, and didn't I have some sort of like rage gain in this deck? I think. Flame. Oh right, I had one large endless rage imp that I brought back over and over again. That's right. Let's play a new run here. Get some unlocks done, or at the very least have a fun time, win streak 1. If ever this says 0, don't worry about it. You know, maybe I start a run and then I like die on the first level and I'm like, you know what, I'm not feeling it. It's happened on a couple of occasions. Usually I don't play for my own benefit. Usually I record these when I play them, but you never know. Inflame. At least we have one card that does provide a little bit of rage. Hidden Passage means we can build big floors, and Titan's Gratitude is big spell damage. This seems like a pretty good start. And Sap Seraph. You know, the thing is, the bosses that remove half of your stacks, if you have 100 rage, they're effectively applying Sap 50 when they hit you. Sap 3 is really not that much. It matters on some units, but for the most part, it's not a big deal. You know, if you had Titan's Bane Sweep, you only do like 5 damage. The sap means you basically never apply spell weakness, so that could be very detrimental to your run. But, you know, our champion, build him up with rage. Build him up with rage and then the sap doesn't matter. We have Daedalus, double damage explosives, and then we have Arcus, Daze and Spells. There's only 3, right? Daze, Spells, and Death. That's why it feels like you always get at least one of Daze or Spells, because I guess literally you do. Hit accept, pick up our relics. Friendly units get +5. If we get the multi-strike champion, that's pretty good base damage. And for all of our other units, it is still damage. I don't want to lose money. I'd rather lose pyre health first. Plus 50% attack. I wonder how that stacks with the +5, if it's +5 plus 50% or plus 50% +5. Daze and melee weakness is also pretty good, but I mean, what's the damage of the champion? 11. Even like 15 damage plus 50%? That's not too bad. We could also take the champion that scales with strength on kills and then buff his attack this way. So we'll make a very buffed champion. We did get the multi-strike version, which I think is what we want still. Should be about a 16 times 2. I guess the +5 is first. So yeah, it should be like a 16 or a 17 times 2. Normally he's a 5 times 2. No, 6 times 2. So that's a pretty sizable buff. We'll go for it. I think that's the champion that you want for the most part anyways, because you want to be able to stack lots of rage. Spikes. Spikes sucks, but with Forgone Power, Torches, tanky Train Stewards, Hidden Passage, and Inflame, I think we can keep our champion alive. We're gonna turn this on. You know, as long as they're not spawning on the same floor, we can just play our spells to kill them super easily, and then if we get one big unit in front, one Forgotten Power kills them, so we're gonna do a top floor build as you could probably imagine. That's unfortunate that we discarded both, but that's okay. I was kind of hoping we would get a torch for you, but we don't need it if we have our Hornbreaker on the same floor killing you. Now I do want to stop the champion from taking any damage. He doesn't scale outside of rage. So we are going to very much wipe these floors in order. Buy as much time as possible to kill this guy. We could ascend him and then put a Train Steward in front to tank. So that's, but then we wouldn't have the energy for the Inflame. It's only armor 5, but we're almost certain, I mean, we are guaranteed going to draw a Train Steward, so we can put a Train Steward in front to tank. Yeah, that seems like the best thing to do. So give me an Inflame, a Torch, a Forgotten Power, and then if we draw, there's nothing that we can draw that can kill you, unfortunately, but we can still put a Train Steward in front and tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, a Train Steward in front dies and gets the kill on you, and we only take 1 hit from the spikes. That's pretty good. I think we're okay accepting that, because then we can actually wipe one of those units. Our champion can probably kill this boss on its own. I mean, we're a 42 damage champion. So we'll play another Train Steward. Now we're at least killing you. What's the chance that we draw another Train Steward? Pretty low, so you know what? Let's do a Train Steward there. That tanks 2 shots from the boss. That's probably more than enough. It's not more than enough, but it's pretty close. You had to get rid of that card, huh? See, you keep getting rid of the freebie instead of the garbage cards. We're gonna take 1 hit for 6. That's pretty good. We kept discarding the wrong card with that card. Rage Imp. I do like it, especially if we make it endless. It's a good way of building up your champion. Ice Tornado is actually pretty good. It's a very good target for -1. We can just make this one free. Yeah, I think we can grab it. Opens up the possibility of getting relics that make frozen cards free as well. Now, spells money, unit, Merchant of Steel. What are we looking for out of a Stygian unit? I mean, any sort of tank works. Well, really, Frost Shark. Incant Scaling Siren is pretty good. We can get a quick sweeper, which would be pretty decent. So there's a lot of opportunities here for a unit take. You always want to have units. They're more important than spells for the most part. And we do have quick, so a sweep works very well. It's a cheap quick too, 95. Might not be able to buy quick reroll something else, but that's okay. Champion gains 50% maximum health. Unfortunately, I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this because the champion only gets 6 HP. I think in all of the paths. No, that's incorrect. The champion does get more health in one of the paths. Which one? This one, the tanky path. A little bit of HP in this path as well, but the path we're going with the multi-strike, we get armor, not HP. So this is only going to be 3 HP, period. So that's a pretty bad get for us. Dazing an enemy unit when it enters your train can be pretty nice, but we might just want to take the draw. We have free cards. In the Forgotten Powers, we have very cheap cards. Being able to draw something if we play one of these is actually kind of nice. We have to be a little bit careful that we don't draw something that we want to play, of course, but we can take energy at the end of this boss fight, and then we get, or out of this ring, well, the third ring, and then we get a little bit of draw and energy at the same time. I kind of like it. I think we'll go for it. So that's quick. What's our unit? Technically speaking, our champion can kill literally everything on his own. Titan Sentry is wonderful for ensuring that we can actually kill things as they move up. Unfortunately means we don't need anything that's quick. We would like to see Large Stone, we would like to see Endless. I don't think we need Incant Armor Gain though. Yeah, I don't think so. We got a Large Stone and that's good enough. We'll put that on the Titan Sentry. Do we want him to have Endless? 100 HP is probably good enough to just buy it. And this is actually like not a bad duplicator as well. If we have a good duplication coming up, we can just make multiple copies of these things. They're extremely tanky. They'll kill a lot of enemies. Endless, I suppose we would rather have that on the Imp anyways. So, enemy units appear in each floor. 5, 10, 15. Our Hornbreaker Prince can survive this, so we'll turn it on. Barely, but if we get any second unit or some spells, we'll be okay. Yeah, okay, we're fine. So you'll go out front. I mean, technically we could put the Titan Sentry out there on the same floor. I would much rather have the Titan Sentry just weaken enemies as they move up. But, admittedly, it's a pretty decent idea. Oh no, this boss is sweep, isn't it? How does that matter? We want to stack up the sweep on the bottom. So yeah, we're gonna do this, this, this. Right, you do draw on that one. We should be fine. I don't think they can even kill my champion now. You're dead to a torch. You have 5 frostbite. You're also dead to my champion. You might make it up to hit the pyre, which is annoying. A ice tornado on the top floor will wipe everything, though. So all we need to really worry about is the top floor right now and the bottom floor. And there are enemies up here, unfortunately. This might not hit you, so we'll use the torch. Why? That's just what all I want to know is why. Why do you keep discarding the only card that I want? I don't even know what we drew off of that. I'm so annoyed. I think there's no way of stopping you because we're doing exactly 34 damage. I suppose if I put the train steward in the back, I can kill you. This is a sweet boss, right? All right, let's do that. Let's do it. Wipe you. I have to do 8 damage. There you go. Do a train steward. You know what, with the train steward, why don't we just put it right behind you? You're a sweeper, but you're doing the job that I need you to do anyway, so we're okay with this. And then, we do want to torch you. Oh my god, it worked. We actually did it. We didn't discard the card that we wanted to play. All right, that's not too bad. Ritual of battle, yes. I don't think we need any more damaging spells. We already have spells that we're not playing. And, you know, if anything, that combat just showed me that we're probably discarding more than we would like. Because not only do we have the 5 powers, we also have Forgotten Powers, we also have the Titan's Gratitudes, which discard, so it's unlikely that we can actually play the Ice Tornado. What we really want is offering cards. So I think that's a skip. Hello, you're gonna give me a relic, I think. Pyre armor, 4 on slay, draw. We'll take the 4 on slay, I'll take that over the cash. I like just making one fight easy. And this is an opportunity I really enjoy. I would like to dupe a Titan Sentry. There's no reason why I wouldn't like to have 2 of these in the deck. Now I would like to make some spells cheaper. We can do that later. I think another tank is pretty decent. Our deck sucks, but it always sucks, doesn't it? Maybe we can get a super duplicator, it'd be amazing. Magic power, nope. Purge, nope. Engage pact. Before we duplicate, we're gonna do this. Let's see what unit we get. We got a Siren and another Titan Sentry. I mean, we could just take another Titan Sentry. We could meld a Titan Sentry in a Titan Sentry and then duplicate it. That allows us to apply a lot more Frostbite. Do we want to spend like 40 packed shards making tanky units that will die? I mean, it's that or make a Siren. The Siren can function as a tank for our champion, but so could another Titan Sentry. Put a Titan Sentry in the Titan Sentry, meld it. We'll go to 55 packed shards. Boss shouldn't be too bad. We have severe tanks that can apply a lot of frostbite every time they're attacked, kills a lot of the weak support units. We're good at killing support units though with our torches, but not eventually. But Siren of the Sea is really nice, but we don't really need damage with our champion. We just need to keep the champion alive. So I think we need tanks. So we're gonna go tank. We're gonna meld tank. Endless Imp would have been nice, but we'll just do it like this. So that doubles the frostbite damage we do, and then we'll take a look at the cavern. I hate you. I just hate you. Oh, you're not the one that gives me relics, you're just the one that heals me? Leave. I don't know if she comes back later, but I hope she doesn't. Oh wait, we're at 55 now. We're gonna get even more. Yeah, we're gonna be at 70. Ooh, I still think you'd do it. I don't love it, but we've got great tanks. Now we just need some sort of an armor generator. I hate the way you sound. So let's start by playing you immediately. Please discard the dead body. Thank you. Or, I guess we could have killed you directly, but it doesn't matter. I always forget about Wing and Steel. I do. You know, there's also a temptation maybe to build this where you have 2 tanks in front. Now we can't do that here because I didn't build correctly. It also means that the Fledgling Imp can't do anything, but we do have 2 Rage cards in the deck now. In theory, we could Titan Sentry and then Ascend, but that doesn't seem to be what we want to do right now. So what we will do is play you here. I'll play you to tank a shot and then Rage me, I guess, and then put Frostbite on you. I mean, this combat should be easy. Really, you're not gonna give me any of my other cards, huh? Well, screw you then. At least we are wiping that floor. And good thing we didn't draw any of our Rage cards. We could draw something good when we can't afford it. That's a danger. Like right now, this is a bit of a danger. Okay, good. Because I really need to stack Rage on my champion. So you're another Haster. You're gonna die though, so I really don't mind if you move up now. And the boss has 50 Frostbite. Play here. We're only taking 7. I guess we'll play this. Yeah, it hit him. That's what I wanted. Hit you, now you're dead. It's actually pretty good. Weird, like, sound effects happening, and you're dead, so there's nothing really to worry about. You know what, that probably deals more damage. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, our pack shards are insanely high, though. Armor 25 I really like, because we can put this on our champion and keep him alive. He will get armor over time, so One Horn's Tome is kind of interesting, but if he ever takes HP damage, he will die. At least the alloy can keep him alive a little bit longer. And we're already gonna be at multi-strike 5, do we really need multi-strike 6? I think the armor is a little bit better here. Now this is interesting because, you know, I like a lot of this. The Demon Fiend is good stats, Cold Celia is good sweep. And more Frostbite. We could put Cold Celia behind a tank on the bottom floor, kill things before they even move up. Problem with that is that we really do need to get quick, and we kind of lost quick earlier. I'm looking ahead here. We need to hit the Merchant of Magic after the next circle. We can hit it again for another Concealed Caverns, so we could hit 2 of those in a row. But if we bounce and go Merchant of Steel, we can get a card removal. We probably won't need this one, so we could go Duplication Concealed Caverns, maybe upgrade our units at some of these caverns. And Hellvent Unstable Vortex at the very end. In fact, what if we just go Magic, Magic, 3 Concealed Caverns in a row, Merchant of Steel at the very end. So what would we like? Here, right now. If we go right, we're not adding a unit. If we're not adding a unit, I don't want any of these units. So we might just add literally nothing and rely completely on our champion. Oh boy, one of those runs. Because without Quick, the sweep is pretty meaningless. We would very much like to have Quick for this. But we have to go to Merchant of Steel, and if we go to the Merchant of Steel, we can't upgrade we can't get another unit. Or if we do it here, we skip out on 1 Concealed Caverns. I guess we could go to a Merchant of Steel here. We would just have to live for 2 combats. Hellhorned Banner, what are we looking for? Armor gain every turn, but we have a tank already. I need spells that give armor. All right, I think I'm gonna go... Well, if we don't add a unit, we don't need to go to the Merchant of Steel. Although we would like to get Endless on the Imp, but we have other Rage enablers, so maybe we do go left. Then right, then we can choose, then we go right, then we go left. Okay. In which case, maybe we do want to go for a sweep, because if we can weaken enemy units even more than they are, we would like to do that, just to keep our tanks alive, because we have no healing. We need armor generation. So, I'll take a Cold Celia. We'll take energy, because we already have draw with Winged Steel. We'll go left here. We'll take a look at the relic. When you play a spell, spells that cost less are reduced to 0. That's insanely good. Check this real quick. Spell chain intrinsic. Do we want spell chain with Ice Tornado? No. Maybe with Ritual of Battle, but if we spell chain it and it costs 4, I can't play it. So, probably not. Card removal, check out the unit. Alpha Fiend and Steelworker. Strike +5. It says triggers when attacking, not when hitting an enemy. So how would that work with a sweeper? Now we did get Steelworker, which is what I wanted, so we could have Frostbite, Steelworker in front of our champion. And I think that is what we want. That helps to solve the armor problem. Duplicating it here and melding it here is also a possibility, because we could get double armor generation, or we could duplicate it, meld it, and then duplicate it again to get 2 of those in front of our champion every turn. But we do need capacity if we're going to do that. So as a result of that pickup, we'll probably dump Cold Celia right here, which is annoying, but you know, you don't take Cold Celia. You take Cold Celia because you don't know what you're going to get, I think. I guess we don't have to get rid of it. We should probably get rid of, like, Forgone Powers and Torches first. So let's dump a Torch. Let's dump a Forgone Power. I think you dump these before you dump the Train Stewards. We're gonna multi-strike. Although we could get a lot of, like, raw innate damage. But let's get the multi-strike, because we do have some rage. We're going heavy on the Pact Shards, which is not good. Spell Chain... maybe an alloy, but that's expensive. Although you can play it once, play something expensive. Well, we can't, but you can play it once, play something expensive, then play it again. But we don't need that now because we have a unit that applies armor. Don't worry about it. Leave. Armor 15. We already have such an incredible amount of 6, 12, 18. We already have such an incredible amount of armor generation with that unit that I don't think we need any more. Let's see what we draw turn 1. We did draw what we wanted. This guy is very annoying with the damage shield though. But I think we can either hit him to purge it or hit ourselves to apply more frostbite. In fact, if we torch ourselves, we will kill this marksman, which means that we'll probably be able to kill you with the Hornbreaker Prince on the top floor, although you will do 10 damage. I think we do that. Send. So I could ascend you. That's not what I want. I could ascend you, but then you'll be on the top floor regardless. You know what I think we do, and this is a bit of a weird one, I think we just play it like this. That way we keep 1 energy for the future turn. And all we need is, like, anything, but this is the unit that we wanted. We wanted the Steelworker. So you can come out there. I hate that you're taking so much damage, but that's okay. Ritual of Battle makes other things cheap. Forgotten Power kills you, so we want to purge your damage shield, and then we'll play this. We didn't, unfortunately, become able to play the Cold Celia, but that's okay. Now, if our unit dies, we could just wait and replay Titan's Sentry up here later, since they're not endless. I could also kill you, in which case we would only take 1 damage, but units are living and they're gonna make it up, so we kind of do need to decide how we're gonna handle this. Like, if these units make it up and we take 16 damage next turn, our champion will probably die and probably not kill these guys, so... A torch keeps you alive for a turn, but how does that help me? What would you say you do to help me around here? We could also play the Titan Sentry here. and then ascend it, but then it's going to be behind the champion, which is not ideal. So why don't we, 20 damage. 1, 2... Let's remove your damage shield. Let's... I don't want to draw anything good. Let's play the Train Steward and then play the Titan's Gratitude. We drew what we wanted to play, which is unfortunate. Oh, you also heal when you move up, which is annoying. We are killing everything, mainly due to the Frostbite, but one Train Steward does block all of the damage that we take. So we'll definitely just play you and then focus on another floor. Waves remaining 2 means we just want to hidden passage you, we can actually kill you, and we got armor! Perfect. Awkward combat, but we knew this was going to be awkward due to the fact that we took... Do we want the energy next turn? We don't really care. Actually, we do care. We knew this was going to be awkward due to the trial that we took, basically. This is exactly what I wanted, by the way. Titan Sentry for the win. Big block. Yes. Now you are living, but if we play a Ice Tornado... Actually, if we just play Titan's Gratitude, it kills you. Ice Tornado has to hit you twice to kill you. So yeah, I think we play this. We do an extra 39 damage to you. We can then play a Forgotten Power. Forgone, not forgotten. That's what I wanted to play. But you're only gonna hit the pyre once, I think. It is a hit for 11, which sucks, but, you know, so be it. Could have done this better, because with the hidden... is there anything that we could hidden passage? Cold Celia, so not really. Just play the Cold Celia, I think. That's fine. For taking the trial, we took... Oh, you're right, you do scale. For taking the trial, we took 12 damage. That's not that bad. You're gonna take some damage. This Ice Tornado's not a fantastic play so far. Let's play this. Oh, good. I guess we should have played it like this anyways. We should also torch ourselves to apply more Frostbite. Whatever, you're dead. We're not scaling as quickly as I would like, but we're getting there. I'm hopeful that the Merchant of Magic gives me everything that I could ever want and more. Branding right, I think we like. One day I'll take the Glacial Seal. But I like a Guardian's Amulet, because it's a good Frostbite target. Permafrost, I should say. The sap is not incredible, but if we can permafrost it and double stack it, it's a good target for those upgrades, and then we can hit it with Titan's Gratitude, we can hit it with Forgone Power. Sap 4 is not incredible, but it does reduce the damage that you take pretty nicely. Maybe we can even get this thing cycling around a little bit. You're gonna give me more garbage. No, you're gonna give me an artifact. Beautiful. Plus 10, enemy units minus 2, days 1. I think we want the damage. Our champion needs to hit harder. So we'll take it for 1 battle. Restore health. No, get out of here. Give me something good and then I'll take your money. All right, let's see. Remove consume. This is not what we were looking for. Although we can almost certainly get this for free or be willing to pay. But is it really that good? I don't think so. I don't think we need it that much. We just need it once. If the champion ever takes damage beyond 25, you know, spikes or like a sweep or something like this, then he's taking the brunt of the attack, which means we've already lost pretty much. But for the -1, I do look at like Ritual of Battle, Ice Tornado. We want some 3-cost cards because they do work with the Split Anvil, but there's no reason we can't make everything cost 2, in theory. Spell Chain Intrinsic. And if we spell chain something, we can cast it multiple times, like 2 Ritual of Battles. Well, I guess 2 Ice Tornadoes with -1, then one of them's gonna cost 3. I do look at this. If only it was frozen. If only I had 3 upgrade slots on my spells. Magic Power and Consume. It's not bad on a Titan's Gratitude. The damage is pretty good. -1. -2 at the Divine Temple would be great, and it would be great for duplicating, but we can always we can make this cost 0 and then duplicate it later, in theory. A 1-cost Rage means we can guaranteed play it. You know, if we draw it on the 3rd card of a turn, we can still play it. Yeah. Remove Consume, though. Doesn't really interest me that much. Alloy and then Branding Right, and then Inflame. That's 50 armor. If our champion takes more than that, we're losing anyways. Let's reroll. Well, yeah, let's reroll. Double stack is what I was thinking about with the Guardian's Amulet. Although double stack Ritual of Battle for 3, that might be worth playing. Yeah, I mean, it makes everything else in the hand free, so we can always play it, and we're happy to play it. We'll upgrade that. That's pretty decent. Magic Power. Put that on 1 Titan's Gratitude that stays in the deck. Something costing -1. Let's put that on Alloy, so we can guaranteed play it. And then we have Infinite Energy. This is what we want. Five energy means that it's so much easier to play those expensive cards now. And now we could do something like Spell Chain, a 3-cost card, and play it twice, because we can pay the 4 energy for it. But well, this is the same result, I suppose. So with Spell Chain, what would we Spell Chain now? See, now Alloy is 50 armor for 1. Pretty good. You gotta admit. Yeah, it's okay. I really don't know what I'm gonna be doing with the I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing with the armor guy, because he dies so quickly. Restore all health when they move up a floor for an artifact. It's always this one, and it's always the worst one. Stealth boss, you're probably gonna have like stealth 13, which means you're gonna be doing like 140 damage. I mean, you're gonna be doing way more than that. You're gonna be doing like 170 damage before your stealth runs out. 169 if you have stealth 13. So we really do need to be able to tank and then kill you. So I don't think we want to take this trial. This is going to be hard enough as it is. But yeah, enemies restoring all health is also pretty annoying. So we'll say no. It's always the hardest trial. Well, it's not always the hardest trial. It's most often than not the hardest trial. That's why I don't want to take it. So let's get started, I suppose. Now, what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to build up one big top floor. So we're gonna play something like this, and we're gonna try to play both of our big units up here and then ascend our champion. I would love to get that to work. There's no real reason to play anything else. Now that's annoying, but we do want to play the Steelworker up here anyways. You're killing this unit, you're taking damage. I think that's perfectly okay. Now we did get one hidden passage, which is unfortunate. Whatever. You know, I can play an imp to tank. That sounds great. So we're gonna play this, even though it costs us energy. We're gonna play the imp. We have enough energy, so we can play this in whatever order we want. We will put the branding right on our champion. He's got 1 HP, but plus 15 total HP. Yeah, this will work. We drew the unit we wanted, so we can play you here, and then we can actually ascend our champion, which is exactly what we wanted. I mean, what can I say? This worked literally perfectly. We've got a tank, we've got a unit that can actually not only heal the tank, but also buff the health of the champion, and the boss is not gonna make it through this. They're not gonna make it through. We can play this. Start here. Beautiful, get rid of this. Let's stop you from hitting me, and I guess just play you there, doesn't matter where. This is looking good, it really is. Now, I was gonna say we're waiting on our rage card. Finally got it. 86 times 3. Could be better, could be worse, could be better, could be worse. All right, fair. You don't bother me. You don't really bother me either, but you are gonna get buffed, so let's kill you. Now, our bottom floor is taking a lot of damage, but they're clearing the way for the eventual boss to show up. We might even be able to like ascend multiple times to get the Titan Sentry to the top, but that doesn't help us at all. What does help us is buffing the crap out of you. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. You might as well ascend something. All right. No wonder they're 20 damage. Wait a minute. So you do 14 damage, not 13 damage. I was lied to. And you have stealth 10, which is way better than I thought it would be. So with 14, you're gonna hit for 42 damage, and then the next hit's gonna be lethal. So if we play this, we can actually torch ourselves to do a little bit more damage. Because that doesn't change things, this does. Like quite a lot, actually. We definitely want to play this. And we're doing almost 400 damage a turn. You're taking a quarter of your health. You're still stealthed up, too. You have 37 frostbite, that's pretty good. Might as well. Okay. This worked. We always have a target for that, by the way, because this guy is a good healer, or a good healing target, I should say. It worked. We pretty much killed you completely within stealth due to the massive frostbite gain, and that should work for most fights. I think now we might want to take One Horn's Tome because we have the energy reserves to play it, and we are giving enough armor to our champion that this can work. March of Shields is also very tempting because then we can play on 2 floors, ascend a tank, and then pull it to the front. But I think we want the multi-strike more. We need the damage. It's a skip. So now we can either go to the Merchant of Steel or another Merchant of Magic. No duplicator. There is a duplicator here, which is where we want to go. We need to duplicate the Rage. Even the tanks, although it would be high pact shard cost, duplicating the alloy is also a good idea, I think. But I don't think we need unit upgrades. Our units are fine. You know, I've taken this guy for his armor effect, not for his stats. The best we can do here is just give him more health. Even if we give him a large stone, we can't do that. Yeah, we could give you quick. I guess that's pretty good. We can look for that here at the very end. Yeah, we need to go to the spell upgrades, I think. We'll check out the Concealed Caverns, though, and see what we get, of course. God damn it, another one of these. I don't want this. Money, pyre damage, targeted damage. I mean, we'll go money because we have so much energy. It's a bad get though. This is the boss fight, so we should have an opportunity to play that card. It's not gonna be bad. It's just bad upgrades though. I don't think we need one horns to loop. You know, I think multi-strike 6, you know, if we can make our unit do 1,000 damage with the rage, I think that's good enough. We just want this to be playable. Yeah. Although I do understand the value of 6 energy, split anvil, you can play that and everything else in your hand is free, but sometimes we have more cards than... Sometimes we just have more cards that we need to play, you know? Like, I'd rather get more rage than more multi-strike. Although, for 1 extra energy, we can make a multi-strike 2 now. This game is making it hard for me to say no. And flame is actually pretty good for 3. We can make it cost 2. We get armor. It just takes a whole turn to play it. 3 energy, you know, we can play other things. We could play our other rage enabler, although we're gonna play the rage before this anyways. You go all in, right? Make your units as good as possible. Ah, heck. We'll just make everything else cheaper then. Plus 10 magic power. I guess you can buff Titan's Gratitude. It's a solid 1-hit spell. We're gonna get money after this combat. We don't really need to get more cash here. Or we don't need to get more cash from the event. I'd rather save my money. Save my pack shard capacity, I should say. Words, they're hard. I shouldn't have been talking there. It's gonna be an awkward place to put a YouTube cut. Cut! Well, we need to draw. Days. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time, I think. Try to build up 1 big top floor. So we're gonna start here. Buff him up. If we play Cold Celia, they're gonna die, so maybe we don't. Maybe we just let him sit for a little bit. Our champion is perfectly, you know, well suited for handling this floor for right now. Let's gain 160 gold. Let's make you easier to kill. We'll move on. Next turn, we know we're guaranteed to draw Steelworker, which means our top floor is set. We can draw the Ascend later. Let's start by getting some damage out here. You get played. You get played. We don't want to play spells here. I'll probably play this, but let's send out the Imp. Tank the big shot that's coming in first. And then honestly, I don't care about the Forgotten Power. Let's build you up, Buttercup baby. Oh, and you're free anyways, so what do I care? Put you on the boss. Now, if we get the multi-strike, we can't play it because we have to play this. It has to happen. Okay, that's totally adequate. I can save 5 damage on the champion, or I can do another 10 down here. It really doesn't matter. Like, actually doesn't. I guess we want to save a slot for Cold Celia here, so we'll have you tank. And, I guess we can... I don't care about your armor. We can purge your spell shield a little bit. This should be fine. When we have a working strategy, it's gonna get wonky on Divinity because the middle floor has such weird capacity. And by weird, I mean bad capacity. But we can almost get there. I actually think what we want to do here, by the way, is just ascend Train Stewards and then ascend the champion later. Because we want... this boss only has 1 hit. We might as well buy 1 extra turn on our champion as much as we can. So we're going to do an ascend, a tank. Your spell. Don't draw rage. Thank you. I mean, honestly, let's wipe you. We'll either draw the Ascend this turn or next turn, so we have plenty of time. We drew it on this turn, but we can, I mean, we're gonna play this. Yeah, I mean, this is what we do. Play this, Ascend. The sap doesn't really matter that much, but if it doesn't matter, you might as well play it. But if we play nothing, like if we play a card, we might draw Rage. So let's play nothing. Our champion is nice and protected. We're getting armor every turn. Nothing can pierce armor from the enemies as far as I know, so we're fine there. Oh no, my cards are more expensive. What am I gonna do? Well, kill you, that's one. That was a 2-card turn again, but that's exactly what we're looking for. The boss is 37 Frostbite, that's pretty okay. Ah, Cold Celia can't fit behind you because I played a Train Steward. I'm a fool! That's okay. Doing 450 damage right now? That's not too bad. You know what? 6 Frostbite, there you go. Protect the Titan! The Titan's Bane? I hate him. That guy sucks. Suppose we can do this, and then this to save 2 damage, and then I guess you might as well Ascend you. There's no reason not to. Okay, we got some damage. What's better, saving 7 damage or doing 125? Probably saving 7. Because if that 7 damage allows us to live for 1 more turn, that's way more damage. All right, well, kind of a classic play. We need card draw, but capacity might be what we want first, I don't know. Anyways, you're totally dead. Have 6 more Frostbite. So we're taking 93, which means we're getting hit 3 times. We're doing 500 damage per turn with our champion. You have 100 Frostbite. As soon as we dupe that Rage card, things are gonna turn around for us, I think. Spyco the Hellhorned. Probably Rage 10 is the best we can get there. Another 1 horns is acceptable. Are we gonna go to a Merchant of Magic? No, so it's gonna cost 5, but it is more damage. Are we gonna go to the Hellvent or the Merchant of Steel? Well, I wanna go to this Merchant of Steel. It's a tough one. Concealed Caverns, Merchant of Steel means double Hellvent, more Rage. If we go left, we can go right and go to another Merchant of Magic, but we already have the spells that we want. Rage. Stack this, stack armor, I think we're fine. Not having a quick unit sucks, and I do feel like we need more armor gen. Because some of the waves on Divinity hit real freaking hard. We could dupe Alloy, but it's only armor 50. I need like armor 1 billion. Right now we only have 1 steel worker. This is a tough one. In 1 horns, it helps us to kill the boss faster by doing more damage. That's what I'm thinking there. If we get 2 duplicators, I do think duplicating the Rage is the play. We already hit enough times, we need to hit harder per attack. The other option, of course, is Steelworker. We can dupe, and then meld, and then dupe again. We could get up to armor 40. Sorry, not armor 40. We could get up to armor 20 every turn. If we do that, in theory, we could take capacity, play the champion, Steelworker on the top floor, Titan Sentry in the middle, Titan Sentry at the bottom, weakens all the enemies, the Steelworkers buff themselves, and they'll buff themselves for more armor than we're losing every turn to Divinity. we would get 40 pact shards. We'd be at 125, I think. 125 is not bad. I feel like we would need more damage though, like more rage. We need to dupe one of these. Because we would only have rage 24 per shuffle. I mean, this is a very kind of like, well, maybe not this, but this is a very important decision about what are we actually going to do in the future. It does depend on what we get out of the caverns if we go caverns, but if we go right left, we can get units created that give us 20 armor every turn. That might buy our champion enough time to tank up, or we could dupe the rage cards and then we would do more damage, but we'd have a little bit of a hard time tanking up. We could dupe the rage card once, then dupe the unit, then meld, then we'll have one unit that applies armor 10 every turn, but that's a little hard to set up with our ascends if we don't take capacity. Even if we take capacity, well, no, we would take capacity and then play 2 units on the middle floor and then ascend the champion to the middle floor behind everything. But on the middle floor, the boss does attack twice, but that is a lot of frostbite, but he purges the frostbite. Again, now we run into the same question of, like, what the hell do we take? I'm sorry for the delay, but this is a very important decision, you know? I think we gotta go raw damage. Let's take the one horn here. And we have plenty of energy. Let's go draw. You again. No, I don't want your garbage. I think we'll go to the right. I think we'll look for good stuff. We'll duplicate the cards that we've upgraded twice. Maybe get something into Merchant of Steel. If we get good upgrades, maybe we'll dupe that unit. Who knows? But I want to see what we get out of the cavern too. Let's see what we get. What do we get? Endless Trample and consumes to the top of your draw pile. Alloy of the Ancient, so that's an extra 50 armor. It's actually pretty good. More multi-strike. That's actually pretty good. Titan's Gratitude. So there's definitely a play there. Well, there's many plays there. It won't bring back the copy from the Twin Stone. I don't think. No, because it has Perch. But to bring back 3 more multi-strike, it's pretty good. But Endless is also tempting because we can put Endless on, not our champion, but a tank, and then have the bottom floor constantly be resummoned. The bottom floor in the end doesn't really matter, but we need to make sure our champion can survive long enough. But he also has to do enough damage to wipe everything and then hit the boss. So I think we do want Wormkin. We're not going to be able to upgrade the card at all, but we got some pretty nice consumed cards, I think. We want you to hit ×5. Yeah. Although Slated Armor, you're not going to get revenged. And then for the dupe, I think you still want the Rage. The multi-strike is one thing, but we need to scale the damage faster. We've learned from previous combats we're not scaling fast enough. Enemy units appear on each floor. Probably the easiest trial. They only do... Well, no. In the first 2 rings, they're 5/1 units with Rage. After that, they're 2/1 units with a buff. At this floor, they're 5/3, I believe, and they also explode for 5 damage. So we could take, mathematically, 70 pyre damage if we turn this on. I think the gold makes it worth it. I think we're gonna let the pyre help us out. Oh my god, these units are so tanky. I already hate it to such a degree. My god, I hate these guys. All right, well, Jesus Christ. I mean, they're doing, oh my god, they're doing 85 damage? Good god. We gotta play the Titan Sentry down here though, because we gotta slow him down. You're gonna do 30 damage, you're gonna kill my champion, I can't allow that. Titan's Gratitude might discard something. Play the champion here. No, you're still gonna murder me. Well, we could play the champion at the bottom and ascend him twice. It's hard. And if we don't ascend him next turn, he'll probably die to the wave. It's probably not what we want. You only have 26 HP. We might just have to play the Titan Sentry up here and then just have it tank all the damage, which means that we're almost certainly dead. Should not have turned on the trial, probably. I wonder what we can draw. So here's the thing. We gotta play you, and I think we have to play you at the top. We don't need to play this. I think we do need to play a Titan Sentry, and I think we need to play it... here. And then I think we play the One Horns, because it will make Titan's Gratitude free. And if we play Titan's Gratitude here, we only take 25 damage. But then we'll be frail, so we will die. So we can't play this. We have to play this. And we live, barely. But it buys us time to wipe other floors. Isn't that bad? We'll play the Wormkin Etchings when it shuffles. Maybe we shouldn't have turned on the trial, but what's done is done. Okay? What's done is done. Now, I need to play you, but I also need to play you. I also need to play you to wipe this floor. This is not good. This is not good at all. You know, I guess I have Train Stewards. They can block a little bit of damage. Maybe keep this unit alive for a few extra turns. You know what? Let's stop that 45 damage. Because if I send you, you're gonna die on this floor. Makes you live for a couple of extra turns. You know what? That's meaningful. And all we need to do is draw a Rage Enabler, and then we can kill that top floor now. And if that unit makes it up to the Pyre, I really don't care. But he's not going to. Yeah, he's not going to. Okay. Now. You deal 10 damage. Don't discard Cold Celia. Then you can tank another hit. We draw Train Steward, which really just kind of goes out there to do whatever. I don't care. Make sure that you get wiped. You're gonna die before you make it up to the top floor. We're all good. We're all good. Our tank is very slowly tanking up our champion, but we have the alloy, and we can give him enough HP to matter, I think. And then hopefully we can get the Consume Regenerator back and keep, buffing our Consume. I really can't let you die, though, so you're gonna get the alloy. You're dead, but you're wiping the floor. Waves remaining 3 means we have one more wave showing up. It's probably gonna be another big one. That's okay. Let's buff you. Give you... Oh, we should have played this first because we could have made it free. It's okay. We still gotta play it. Oh, I really wanted to get the imp out there. That was a misplay. Whether I want to believe it or not, that was in fact a misplay. You don't do anything, no reason to ascend you. Don't ascend you. We might as well just hit you with that. Not having any sort of quick is really annoying. You're not even that bad of a floor. So definitely rage. You can be buffed with this. Buff your rage, we're doing 600 damage. I mean, assuming that... Let's go. Assuming that we get the boss not doing, 100 damage a shot, we should be able to kill him within 2 turns. No, play this one. Then play this one. Then, honestly, I'm gonna take the 1 damage so we don't draw. I really don't want to draw the consume regen, which we didn't draw anyways. Now you guys suck. Luckily I have an ice tornado. We'll definitely play the imp to tank a hit and buff. We hit 2 of them. We really need to hit the one in the back. Branding right can do it, so I don't think we need to worry so much. Like, I'm not gonna torch you. We're gonna draw on 1 card. We have to do it. Now this guy does hit for 50. It's not 60 though. 1, 2, but we're gonna live for 2 turns, which means he's dead. We're doing almost 1200 damage in a single turn, so we should be fine. I wouldn't have, well, I would have preferred that didn't happen, but we'll just, is there a reason not to do this? I mean, we lost the imp, right? We have literally no units to play. All right, I'll send you. You can do 10 damage. You should be dead. We didn't draw Wormkin when we needed it, but we drew everything else when we did. We're doing almost 2,000 damage now. 4 available. This brings back consume, 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 consume. Good cards. Things that we like to see. We don't need them, thank God. All right. We killed you in 1 turn. Even better. That's non-ideal draw, but we only took 1. That's pretty good. March of Shields I do still like here. I like the idea of ascending whenever we can and then using this to reorder us, but it's going to be very hard to do properly. Divinity, we'd have to... I don't even know what we're gonna do, but we need 15 more pact shards. Do we need March of Shields? It is armor 10. We're gonna dupe Armor Boy to make armor 10. Are we gonna meld? Probably gonna upgrade spells. Like another spell chain would be pretty okay. Spell chain. I don't know, branding right. Spell chain. Ascend. We're not gonna be able to make it free, but we can play it for 1 and then make this the 2-cost version free. We get plus 10 magic power and piercing. We could go to like an ice tornado, I suppose. If we get -2, we can put that on one of the 1 horns, and then it'll come back and be, well, 3. We have another duplicator. We're gonna dupe Ritual of Battle, or we're gonna dupe the Steelworker. I do like the extra armor. I think we should dupe the Steelworker. I think we do want the armor. I'm gonna take March of Shields. This is not worth it, I think. The Preserve is tempting, but the problem is with our discards that we're playing, it might hit the frozen card, which means we're not freezing anything, so. 1,000 gold. Spell Chain, we did get it. Spell Chain Wormkin is kind of funny because it'll spell chain itself and then bring it back, and then we can keep playing it repeatedly, but I don't know if that's any good. Actually, that sounds amazing. We only consume like 5 cards and they're all dynamite, so if we keep this card shuffling around in our deck, we get infinite armor at the very least, like 50 armor every turn. That's incredible. That seems like a very good idea. I'm glad I thought of it. Silence. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. Spell weakness 2 when they enter the top floor. Silence is really nice. I'm gonna buy that. We don't want large stone steelworker. Turns him into a good tank, but he's too thick of a body to fit on any floor. I'm just gonna give you the max HP and then reroll. What are we looking for? Cold Celia could go on her own floor with a large stone, but we would really want to get quick with her. If not, she's still a big body. It would be Titan Sentry, Titan Sentry, Titan Sentry, 1 capacity on the middle floor. If we dupe the Steelworker and ascend him... You know what? Nah, I got a better plan. What if we dupe Alloy? And then we just keep bringing it back with Spell Chain Wormkin. And then we have Infinity Armor every single turn. It seems like a way better strategy. And then we get Infinity Multi-Strike as well. What we do not get infinite of is Rage. But I mean, if we're doing 200 damage times 15, 100 damage times 15 even, that's pretty good. I like it. We only have 1 imp. This doesn't matter too much. Free frozen cards is pretty good, because that at least makes this free, although now I wish I had taken the preserve. An imp every turn. I like it as just like a 1-pip blocker. Card removal, we probably can get rid of the Train Stewards now. I mean, let's just get him out of the deck. Get him out. Yeah, like we don't need this unit to be a tank if we just get our spells back every turn. That's what I'm thinking. So we could large stone Cold Celia to, and if we get quick, keep her on a floor, wiping things on her own. It's hard to put her behind the champion, though. Oh, not the champion, but behind the Titan Sentry, though. I'm thinking about how to build for the middle floor. That's where I want all of my units to congregate. But we have to rely on the ascends, and we're going to shuffle very slowly. So I have to really kind of pick and choose things like unit capacity. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Spell Chain Wormkin. God, it's 5 energy every turn to get this out. But like, even if I don't play the 1-horns, 5 energy to get a free alloy every turn. In fact, we can get 2 of these every turn. Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah, we're gonna do this. That's highly great. That's highly great. So let's dupe the alloy. We'll put the 10 on nothing, just reroll. We got multi-strike, huh? I mean, if Cold Celia lives, the multi-strike is pretty good, but I actually think we're better off purging. She's not gonna live for that long. The rage is better because at least she'll get the damage buff and then die. But we're gonna be doing a lot of purging here. And then this. I still think an imp could be pretty good, but we have to pay for the imp, which makes it not amazing. We don't need magic power gain. Now, I honestly think we just purge. I really do. I think we just thin out the deck now. It's taken a while for us to get to this point, but I think we want to get rid of everything that we're not playing, which means Train Stewards have to go. I don't think we want Forgone Power. I don't think we want the Torch, but we'll just remove this one. And we've got a relatively straightforward thin. It's not thin. It's 31 cards, but we know what we're playing, and we've got good card draw. I'm locked in. Let's see what happens. For Seraph, we can play on the top floor, so at the very least, we should make it to Divinity. I hope. This is not where you want to draw the hidden passage, though. This is too early for that. I can play 1-horns. It's not amazing, but we can play it. But we got Wormkin Etchings early, so maybe you don't play it and maybe you just wait for this to shuffle, because this is not an ideal draw situation. probably likely to get a tank. No, you play both units on the top. You do. And if you do that, you might as well play one horns, right? Like, play you. Play you. I mean, what are you gonna play? An imp? This for nothing? Ah. Oh, that's... We drew it and then it became free? Yo, I didn't even realize with Winged Steel, you draw, then it becomes free. Maybe it's an order thing, I don't know, but that's still pretty good. One available. I don't want to play it right now. I want to wait. We're gonna take 15 damage. You're gonna take 82. You have damage shield. At least we're gonna purge your damage shield. I wish I could play that imp though. So we draw roughly 7 cards every turn. Once we play some, we'll get another draw. So, I mean, this is what I wanted, the hidden passage to put you up here. So let's play that. But first, let's also play Ice Tornado. I hate these guys, but we might be able to kill them with other things. Wanted to make sure you died. It's fine. Well, Celia will die to the front unit. I'm okay with that. And then we'll try to kill you with torches. Torches suck. Wish we could have removed them, but it's fine. You're continuing to sap me, which is very annoying, but luckily we got a Rage Enabler. This floor needs to die. This floor also needs to die, but at least we got one of our armor cards. So we're gonna play it first, then Rage, then the other one, but let's draw. We have another torch coming up and a march, so we might, and a branding right. We might be able to kill these units, so I want to wipe these ones. Taking 86 damage. I know. I mean, you're taking 50, so I could kill you with a Titan's Gratitude. Our champion can kill you. We're not going to kill you with... We could kill you with 2 Titan's Gratitudes, but then how are we going to kill everything behind? We don't have any other front damage spells, so I think we just do this, and then play this. We're running a bit of a gamble here, but we draw enough. I'm hopeful. And you have just enough HP to kill these guys, which is good. You're not even dying, and we drew the torch. This is fantastic. We're going to take damage on the pyre. I don't care. We're going to buff you. I'm going to buff you again. I'm gonna torch you. That blocks 30 damage. Our champion wipes things. We don't care about the revenge plays. I think what we play here is either Branding Right on you or March of Shields Branding Right on you. Branding Right is worth 15 health. So it's worth more in stopping you. And then I think we pull you to the front. So we take 2 damage, but now our tank is tanking. Our champion is championing. We have several turns to draw our Wormkin, and when we draw Wormkin, we have infinite HP. Start with this, because then you can make the copy free. Really wanted that to hit you, but whatever. We could bring the Titan Sentry up to the front. There's no reason to, but no reason not to. I suppose we will? Because then we apply more Frostbite every time he gets hit, so we'll do that. How many consumes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4? This will be number 5. But it'll take up a slot coming back. But we're not going to play both of these anyways. I don't think you play this. I don't think you want to consume a 5th card. Because we want to make sure that we bring back the etchings every turn, which means we need it specifically at most 4 consume in the discard in the consume pile, because that's going to be the 5th one. No, it won't. I'm dumb. But still, I don't think it matters. Just don't play it. Although it'll save 15 damage. But we're gonna get so much HP back. Fine, just do it. Then we can apply more frostbite to you if I can actually drag the card. I don't think it matters, but we're probably not gonna play everything anyways. All right, so there's Wormkin. We're not consuming anything else, correct. Now we will draw when we play 3 cards, so how do we want to do this? And consider if we need to have the ability to play the Wormkin etchings that spell chains for 3, which means we can't play Ritual of Battle, but I want to. For the rage gain, obviously. We could play this Ritual of Battle next turn. I mean, we're currently doing almost 1,000 damage per turn. That's probably good enough, and I want the HP more than anything else. So I think we will do it like this. Wormkin. No. Yes. Wormkin. Weirdly enough, I want this to cost 1 more. Branding right. Torch. Torch. This brings back Wormkin. Even though we can't play this, that's fine. Titan's Gratitude is a kill on something. Let's kill you because you're annoying. And then this is the big... Look at that. That's so good. And we can't play this twice, but we can play it once for free with a 1-horns, which I think is good enough. Alloy. Alloy. Multi-strike. Wormkin. Well, we might as well play these. There's no reason not to, no reason to. Now that one's spell chained. We might be able to draw in a couple of turns. Probably not, but you never know. Take 1 damage to dump your imp. We have a lot of HP up there. Okay, then Alloy. Alloy. Give me a... Not on you. 1-horns. Oh, definitely inflame. Alloy. Alloy. Put you in the back. 175 damage. We need to wipe the boss floor. The boss is already hacked. We have 250 HP on our tank. I think this will work just fine. And then we did get another rage enabler. So now we're doing 1,300 damage per turn roughly. Could kill you with torches. Or I can ascend you and kill you immediately. Let's do it like this. Oh, let's go! It's worth more up here because I still might be able to kill him with torches. Although we should have ascended him maybe and then played it. I don't think it matters. So what are we gonna draw? Good enough, that's what we drew. So yeah, we have probably roughly 1,800 damage per turn there. That's pretty decent. Have some frostbite. Have a torch. We did draw the Wormkin etchings again, which can bring back the other Wormkin etchings, and now we can keep the loop going. This is a deck where I need like 10 energy. But that worked pretty well. Restore all health. No! You are trash. Actual garbage. Seven damage. You gain 7 damage. Have we won with this clan combination, by the way? Hellhorn, and then alt. We've won with all of them, right? Yeah, we have. Okay, so we've won. We're not unlocking any new cards, though. Now, this is interesting. Because Steelworker, Hornbreak in the middle floor... we can play those units. Like that's it. We have the capacity to play both units there, and it fills up the capacity. But then it's going to be hard for us to put a tank in front. We have to play it at the bottom, ascend it, pull it forward. I guess it's not that hard. We did get an early alloy, which means that we have already the health cycle. If we play on the middle, we really have to get a Titan Sentry and a Hidden Passage and the March of Shields at the same time. We're not going to do that. Well, if I give you 50 armor, 16, so 32 plus 20, 52 plus 9, 61, so we would take 61 damage. You actually would live. A Steelworker, an Alloy, Hornbreaker Prince will live on the middle floor next turn. We're not going to kill any of these units. Kind of want the Cold Celia out here because we didn't draw what we wanted on turn 1. We could also go on the top floor, and what's interesting about that is that we could play Steelworker here, Hornbreaker, and then we know we're gonna get a tank, and we can put the tank in front to tank the minions that move up, or we could put the tank down at the bottom to wipe the next wave. What we might want to do though is put the Titan Sentry here, because if we put the Titan Sentry here, it can actually wipe the second wave when it moves up. Not wipe, but do a lot of damage to them. At least kill the back line. We will get swept up here, but we'll only lose 5 HP per turn with the Steelworker, and we're gonna buff up the HP of our units with 50 armor, and we get renewable armor whenever we get the Wormkin Etchings. We get 50 armor per turn. 100 actually, because we'll get 2 of them eventually. Now, if there's 3 units on the floor, we're gonna be taking 30 passively, so that's a bit of a negative. We take 16 passively here, and we have no real way of working down here. Maybe Cold Celia and the Steelworker can live here. Maybe we don't need the Steelworker and the Hornbreaker. Maybe we want Hornbreaker top? Let me think. Because what I like is Cold Celia wiping the bottom row. It would be Steelworker. How much damage is coming in? 14, so 28, 40, 49. You die, I would have to buff you, keep you alive, which is pretty bad. This is a tough one because I don't know what I'm gonna draw, and I don't know where to place my units for optimal effect. I'm leaning towards top floor because we can give ourselves enough armor to survive. Steelworker, champion, buff, draw, probably get a tank next turn. Steelworker can probably survive here for a turn if we need him to. Well, we can ascend him after we put a tank, which we are guaranteed to draw. And if we can move him forward, then we can actually have, well, Steelworker at the back, we can pull him forward later. He's gonna reduce the damage that we take on this floor. Only 5 per turn, that's not that bad. These guys are gonna be weaker as well. So what we might do is actually put Cold Celia to tank the first 2 hits, and then this guy is gonna have more HP. Because Frostbite is what's gonna kill these units. All right, a lot of consideration. Play you. Oh my god, we got exactly what we wanted? What? That is so weird. It's good. It's just the wrong time for it, but it's good because we can bring the spell chain back immediately. Oh, dude, we can rage, which makes this free, play it, and we get another one for 3 energy. Although we can't do it next turn because we're Ember Drain. We gotta play another unit. Ah, god damn it. Whatever. Play it. It brought that back. Play it again to bring the other Wormkin back. I really, you know, in hindsight, I should have gone to the Merchant of Magic and made it cost 1. We couldn't have duplicated the alloy, but we didn't know that that's what we were gonna get from the Divine Temple. But if I could go back in time, I would. So I don't need to worry about the Hornbreaker Prince that much. I'd much rather worry about you, because you have to live through the next turn, maybe with no backup. You are living, okay. Because yeah, with 5 energy, I can't play the champion, or rather the Titan Sentry, but we have to play the Titan Sentry. I also really want to play this. So it's a tough one, it's a tough one. We do have another Titan Sentry, we don't have to play this one, but then we're just pushing the problem down the road. The problem being, hey, I need to play some freaking units. So I think we'll play 1 Wormkin Etchings and we'll wait for the shuffle to play the other one. But that should, in theory, give us enough armor to survive for several turns. And then we'll ascend you and then we'll take less damage until we shuffle again. It's not perfect. It's not even close to being perfect, but I think it's as good as we're gonna get. I think this is where we kind of say, get through the deck quickly, apply some rage, we have some armor generation. We're gonna get another one of these at least. Yeah, that's probably what we want. Okay. I mean, we can't play this, because we have to play this. But then what we can do is, we're still gonna buff you. 6 turns. There's spikes coming out. Probably put this one on you. We don't have the energy to play the other Wormkin now, but that's okay. We can sap. I think the sap is worth quite a lot here. This will cause us to draw, and we might draw something that we like, but I think it's still worth it. And we drew something that we really just don't care about right now. Totally fine. I'm gonna give armor to you. We're gonna consume to bring back the armor card. That being permafrosted would be so good. Forgone Power is not worth playing. We wouldn't discard anything important, maybe the Ice Tornado, but just don't play anything, no reason to. Very surprised that we didn't take that much damage on our frontline tank there. So, now we need to get your ass to Mars. This is how I'm gonna say this. We need to ascend you. Then, we did get the other, oh, we got this back, which means we have another one in the draw pile still. We need to play the Titan Sentry. Probably just to weaken this floor is good. This is very slow, by the way. I'd rather give more armor to you. We got the Imp. We can play it. Since we already drew. Armor-wise, we seem fine. You've got 50 damage incoming, and then like 50 damage after that. So I kind of want to give you the armor. Our champion's gonna live. He's not getting swept. Enemies have some spikes moving up, but you should be fine. Let's keep you going. So 1 unit's gonna make it up, and we took 1 damage. This is scary, because we've applied no rage to our champion. Granted, we didn't draw one of our 2 rage cards. Well, we have like 3 of them. That's the other one. Now we drew it. Imagine that. So, do we have 3 zero-cost cards? No. So if we draw 1 horns, we can't play it. But we can engineer it such that if we draw ritual, we can play it. So we're gonna start here. Well, we'd probably want to start on this floor because we can maybe get some kills. We didn't, but did damage. Then we want to rage you up. Finally, we got some rage coming out. Torch. We should have torched you. We had to play that first. Maybe we still should have torched you. Torched your ass. We could bring the Titan Sentry to the front. Doesn't really matter if we bring the Titan Sentry to the front, I think. It's like exactly enough damage to kill you, so we're not actually... How does that change that? I guess we're applying more frostbite and you're healing now. At least we're killing the backline unit. I gotta admit, I actually really like the idea of ascending you now. Because you'll live and then you'll take less damage as a result. Yeah, we ascend you, 100%. It's very weird, but we just pull you to the front, and then if you die, you die. Yeah, okay. It's weird. Wipe you. Okay. We desperately need more damage. It's coming. And it's coming in a big way right now. You desperately need the armor because you're taking a lot of spike damage right now. I don't care if the front tank dies. What we will do, though, is give you another multi-strike, then rage. No! That's the wrong time! It's the only card that we could have drawn that screws it up. Well, learn to live with it, shall we? I thought we were gonna get enough time to shuffle, but you never know. You're living now, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we need to... Anything we can do to do damage is important. We're doing 200 damage to the boss, but losing the ability to regain armor means that we're probably dead just because our champion is gonna die pretty soon. I can sap you, which saves me a little bit, but like this is not ideal at all. You have multi-strike, which is incredibly annoying, and I don't know if I can deal with you. I can torch you. You're living? What? That's not good. That is not good at all. Oh, come on. I think we're dead. I think we're absolutely dead. Our champion is 37 HP before they die instantaneously. I don't know how you... I guess the Cold Celia did enough damage to kill you. That's amazing. That's incredible. We're not dead. We're close, but we're not dead. I really can't let the Steelworker get killed. What we can do is bring the other Titan Sentry to the front. I'd rather have armor every turn, so let's do that. We could also bring Cold Celia to the front, but she's an attacker. Why? Let's bring you up. Bring you up. Buttercup, baby. Dude, drawing this sucks so much because we didn't shuffle the rage. So disappointing. We don't have that much damage on our champion right now. We're 3 turns away from being done. That's not good. I think I will ascend the tank to the back. You have spikes. I do not care. I think we will... I don't care if we discard. Doing a lot of damage to you makes a lot of sense. Armor. I like it. Give armor to our tank. Probably just hit you with this. It's small, but it's something. Oh, yeah, but we're hurting. Waves remaining 2. We got the Wormkin. Both of our tanks are dying. I cannot abide by this. I have to do something. Please kill the multi-striker or kill the Wiltwing. Please. This is the Purge one, it's okay. We killed the multi-striker, oh my god. We're fine. Well, I don't know if we're fine. But we can play this. Okay. Play this. We gotta play Wormkin. We have to bring back the heals. I know I need to play this. I know. But we have to bring back the heals. If we don't bring back the heals, we lose. We're doing 600 damage per turn. If I can keep my champion alive for 5 turns, that's 3,600 damage, baby. And that's, I don't love doing that, but I think it is important to do that. I also think it's important to ascend tanks out of the way when possible, even if our pyre has to kill it, I don't care. Our other shark is down to 1 HP, my lord. You, I don't have to deal with. You're fine. Waves remaining 1. So you know what's interesting about this is that we can actually play 1 horn, because the other Wormkin next turn does not matter. I don't need to play this twice. I just need to play it once. So we're gonna play armor on our champion. My god, you guys are dying? Well, I do hate it, but there's not much we can do right now. It's a lot of damage moving up as well. Let's see what happens. That's all I can say. Buff him. Buff him. And 1 horn him. We're gonna draw the other 1 horns, the good one. I believe, yeah. Because Wormkin, Titan's Gratitude, 1 horn. Oh no, we never played the other one, is that right? Because there were 5 cards in the consume pile. They were brought back. It was Alloy, 1 horn, Titan, Wormkin. So you know what? We're not guaranteed to draw the other 1 horn. So I think we do play this one. And then we really are looking for March of Shields and Rage next turn, I think, because we want to pull the Steelworker up. This is very scary. I hate that we're not killing these units. You're doing 50 and then 14 and then 10. So you're doing 60 and 14, you're doing 74. That'll keep you alive, but I think if I play Alloy the Ancients on you, it keeps you alive for another turn. Champion's doing 700 damage. 500 damage. Gotta keep you guys alive. So we're gonna do this and this. Keeps him alive for another turn. I need him to tank these guys too. We're not drawing. 3 cards. I don't want to bring this back, so I'm gonna play Wormkin. You don't matter. We might as well hurt you. Might as well hit you once. We've not done that much damage to the boss. We've done less than I would like, but might be okay. It's really dependent on this draw. We're doing 2,300 damage. So, okay, if we're doing 2,300 damage, what does that mean? That means that our champion is hitting for how many turns? We do 700 damage per turn. We're doing 23, we're hitting 3 times. I can give you 100 armor. That's probably good enough to get the kill. Because if we're hitting for 700, sorry, if we're hitting for 2,100 with 70 armor, more than doubling it should more than double the damage we're doing, which means we're going to do 4,200, which means I think we'll win. But let's one horn on top of it. Increases the damage that we do. This should immediately see results. Oh, I can't play them all because I should have played this first. That's okay, that's my bad. I think we'll still be fine. We are, barely, but that was a misplay, but then we can give you a little bit more armor, tank another hit. Okay, we win. That was incredibly close. I had to take my time on this run and really consider the cards and the plays. Yo, you don't purge Frostbite every turn on Relentless. I had no idea. I thought you would have purged it every turn. But we did it. That Wormkin etching bringing back the armor was what I needed. Although I still think we drew it at the worst time, both times we drew it on this combat. But that's okay, we still made it work. Sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved. You need to draw cards at the right time. We didn't, we failed. But I had just barely enough damage to make it work. I think what we should have done on this run is not take the second one horns. Other than that, you know, I would have loved to have upgraded spells, but I didn't know we were going to get a Spell Chain Wormkin until literally the final combat right before is when we took the card, and then, you know, we saw Spell Chain when I went left because I wanted to duplicate as well. The duplication was nice to get a second alloy, but a second not a second Wormkin, a cheaper Wormkin means that instead of spending 5 energy playing this, we can instead spend 3 or 1 energy and then 5 energy from a 1 horns to play the second one for free. So we could have actually gotten, you know, a 1 horn and a ritual battle and both of these and this back for 6 energy. Now, as another aside, it's hard to play 6 energy when you're playing units on the top floor and getting the Ember Drain. So this is really just a deck where we need 10 energy. But we made it work. Barely. And I feel good about that one, although it is still, you know, just Hornbreaker, Rage, and Armor build, but I feel like I took what we needed to take. Cold Celia, we should not have added. It didn't do anything. It could have, but it didn't. And the Steelworker, I mean, in the end, we needed the armor from him to live, so I'm glad we took it. We could have also duped him and melded him, and it would have been okay. But the alloy was at least a more interesting play, even if it was a little hard to make work, but we had the energy for it. For now, for those of you on YouTube, which is everybody, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.